Chapter 17. Between SCYLLA and CHARYBDIS. An unknown ocean. Jameson can feel the cold, salty air on his face as it stings his young, pampered city skin. He feels the lunging of the boat rocking on large ocean waves, making him nauseous. He also feels the tip of a sword's blade in his back, urging him to scuffle forwards on a long plank of wood. The sword pierces his skin, causing pain and a warm, slick sensation down his back as blood oozes from the wound. It prompts him to edge further forward, towards the edge of the plank, towards what he knows is his imminent demise. He reaches the end of the plank and looks down. Below him is the swirling mass of a whirlpool. Large, menacing-looking sharks patrol the turbulent waters below.
Down, down, down! Into the deep depths! Into the belly of great CHARYBDIS you must go!
The crew behind him chant. Jameson carefully turns to them. But this is no human crew. A many-headed, scaly monster stands on the deck of a large pirate ship, looming above him. The ship's sails are all deployed, at full sail, black and only visible against the dark, stormy clouds above when lightning flashes down from the sky. Lightning strikes the main mast and lights up a flag at the top, rippling and flapping in the winds. It is black with a white face in the centre, but it is not the Jolly Roger. The face is a grotesque-looking creature, an animal of some sort. The monster screeches, drawing Jameson's attention back to the deck. He studies the many-headed abomination for a moment. He recognises faces. Ace, Penny, his wife, Black, even Beagley. The monster holds the sword in one of its many tentacles and jabs it into Jameson's belly. He winces in pain and edges backwards, almost losing his footing and falling off the end of the plank. He can hear the hungry roar from the other monster's watery mouth below him. He knows he must choose between the two dangers, and that he is most likely done for, regardless of his choice.
Suffer the pain of the fall and the strain!
The many-headed monster SCYLLA cries.
Leave the bureau. It's too dangerous. I can't lose you.
His wife says, her face pained with woe.
Flush him out! Flush him out!
Black barks. CHARYBDIS roars again below him. Icy water from a crashing wave splashes against his body, making him cry out and lose his balance.
Welcome to the family, sonny boy.
Ace says with a devilish grin.
Police, the police! You killed my mother!
Penny squeals.
Murderer! Murderer!
Yells Beagley, his eyes like two charred black craters.
Please!
Jameson cries, addressing them all.
I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Iquitsuosha! Iquitsuosha!
Ace yells, smiling maniacally.
Between the devil and the deep blue sea.
Maybe it would be easier to just turn and jump and let the gaping mouth of CHARYBDIS below swallow him up.
Keep into the dark and still.
Jameson looks over his shoulder, down at the swirling beast. He turns back to SCYLLA with determination, ready to face the devil.
To face them all.
CHARYBDIS has other ideas as it crashes another wave against the hull below Jameson, soaking him in icy water again. He loses his balance and tumbles head first off the plank into the dangerous freezing waters below. Submerged, the cold seeps into his skull, numbing his brain to his plight. His senses return when something bumps against him in the water. Something big.
A shark.
Panic. Jameson almost gasps for air. He realises he is drowning. He kicks his legs and swims to the surface. He breaks out of the water, coughing and spluttering, and takes a deep breath. He is caught in the vortex. It pulls him along fast with its furious currents, closer to the centre where he will be sucked down forever. Pain. Jameson screams. Something with powerful jaws and sharp serrated teeth has torn a lump of flesh from his thigh. A shark. The water around Jameson turns red. Then another bite. Another shark. His arm this time. Jameson tries to flail his arm, but cannot. It is gone. The shark has bitten it clean off. CHARYBDIS swallows hard, and Jameson is pulled down into the centre. He is submerged again. In the murky water, he sees dark shapes gliding and flitting around him. Then another bite, his torso this time. Jameson tries to scream underwater. Tens of bubbles of valuable air gush out of his mouth. The pain is excruciating. Another bite. The sharks are really moving in now. Down further he is swallowed, further into darkness. Jameson has no air, his lungs burn. What is left of his body aches. He drowns. More pain and writhing. The sharks aren't finished yet. He is fading into unconsciousness, but not soon enough, as he realises that his limbless, eaten body is spinning and thrashing in the dark depths with each violent bite. His head is inside jaws now. The shark's teeth pierce his skull and crush his brain. Jameson wakes from his nightmare, sweating, startled and disturbed. He sits up and catches his breath. He focuses on slowing his breathing and soon calms down. But he is left disturbed by his dream. Its meaning obvious. His head still throbs.
Maybe I should have taken Penny up on her offer after all.
Jameson looks around the room. Most of the other beds look occupied now. He can hear heavy breathing. A couple of people are snoring. He thinks about getting up. Perhaps he can sneak out of the subway, contact Black. A wave of fatigue washes over him.
Tomorrow. Contact Black tomorrow. I have to find a way.
He lies back. As he contemplates his dream and his dilemma, the last thought on his conscious mind is a promise to himself to have it out with Ace in the morning. A promise that gives rise to much anticipation as it does trepidation. Jameson drifts back off to sleep with a troubled expression on his face. Not even his dreams are a safe haven.